Sắc nhanh thế nào?
This Redmi Note is 65.
Yeah, đúng rồi.
About 30 for 45.
30 to 45 minutes.
Yes.
My fans, the viewers, you guys, you're buying my next phone. Well, you're not paying for it, but just listen to this idea. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't love teaching kindergarten, but YouTube doesn't pay me that well. And teaching kindergarten allows me to continue doing YouTube. And that's kind of why when I tell you guys to click on my affiliate links, or if you guys want to support me, it goes a long way. Because here in Vietnam, $3 from an affiliate link is like all my food for a day. Oh, not all my food, like a meal and a half. A few days ago, I posted a poll here on YouTube asking you guys if you wanted my next phone to be a BBK phone from Oppo, iQOO, realme, if you wanted it to be a Xiaomi phone, realme phone, Poco phone, if you guys wanted it to be a Samsung phone, and over 70% of you guys voted that you wanted my next phone to be another Xiaomi device. Now, I have a poll going right now about what you want my next device to be, and currently the Xiaomi Mi 11 is leading that. I'm a little disappointed because I wanted to test out the Redmi Note 10 Pro, but either way, I'm gonna go ahead to a store right now to go look at a Redmi Note 10 Pro and tell you guys what I think. Before we can do that though, we need to get a new little vlogging tripod setup thing. So here we are. Nhưng mà chưa có mẫu anh có thể thử.
Mẫu trải nghiệm cái gì ạ? Không biết con này móc chưa. Anh muốn em mở máy luôn cho anh xem không?
Chưa biết. Anh muốn thử trước. Hey guys, so right off the bat, trying the phone out of the box. The phone is surprisingly light compared to my Xiaomi Mi 10, and the back definitely does not feel like glass, but it does have a nice textured finish. So overall, the camera interface felt really nice and responsive. I didn't have the opportunity to see about 4K stabilization. The limitation of the Snapdragon 732G is capping the device at 4K 30, but I'm not exactly sure whether or not we have EIS. That said, my in-store trial of it did seem pretty stable, although I know the device doesn't have OIS. And unfortunately, when I went to transfer all of the images, I only remember to transfer the still photo samples that I got. No, it's fine. You can. No, you can. It's okay. You can. Quan tâm. Anh chỉ hỏi nhiều em quan tâm nhiều em trên video của anh. She works for Oppo. Yeah, I just carry it here. So the stabilization right now we're at 4K. She works for Oppo, by the way. The stabilization on this seems okay. Let's see. Let's just try taking some. Wait, so you work for Oppo or you work for FPT?
I work for Oppo.
Ah. And how did you get the job working for Oppo?
I'm just busy.
And you liked cell phones, or it was just a job that you wanted to get?
The first time I come to this job, I don't know anything. But when I come this, I see many people interesting.
I mean, technology is very, very interesting.
Yeah. Because girls, they are not
Đúng rồi.
care for that.
Đúng rồi.
But when we come and join and
Yeah.
learn, then we feel.
Wait, can I try to take a? Can I take a? I want to take a portrait of you. Now we're at 100. Oh, that was a. You guys couldn't tell, I was really impressed with the overall quality of those portraits. I think that the camera did a great job, especially given the lighting conditions of it. The overall cutout for the bokeh looks great. Now, and trying to get a feel for how fast the phone was, it was difficult to do because it wasn't set up yet, but the overall responsiveness and touch input felt awesome. Really pretty screen. Let's see how bright this gets. Wow, that's really bright. Nangqua?
It is a camera. It's not really. It's a thick. Okay, and because iPhone don't have this, like I before I had this Oppo, I use iPhone.
Yes.
And then when I learned for this, and I see it's very
More easier or?
easier. Yeah, and this have many things interesting.
Yes.
Like I can play and.
Wow. Yeah. I have. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I also have that on on Xiaomi, and I like it a lot.
Yes. Okay. And then I have ordered in Taobao. So I need this.
Did it translate what's on the page? Yes.
Yes.
Damn!
An iPhone cannot do that.
Yes.
But you like the way the Oppo operating system is? Like you like Color OS, loại Android, tất cả Apple là Color OS thì khác nhau Xiaomi một chút. And how's the camera? Always. Like sắc nhìn thế nào?
This Redmi Note is 65.
Đúng rồi.
About 30 for 45.
30 to 45 minutes.
Yes.
Nhanh vậy. Rất nhanh. Ôi giời. We are here to talk about the Redmi Note 10 Pro and ultimately my experience with the Redmi Note 10 Pro. My first thing I want to comment on is the build quality. Taking it out of the box, it feels nice, although it does feel quite light, quite a bit lighter than my Xiaomi Mi 10. That said, for sure, it's using a lot more plastics as it's pretty big in comparison to my Mi 10. And on top of that, it has a bigger back. The next one is the display. And there's no way to get around it. The display of the Redmi Note 10 is absolutely gorgeous. It's super bright. And you guys know that I love having a really, really bright display. And this device delivers that as well as 120 Hertz. And it is as good as the display on my Mi 10, or at least it felt that way. Ultra high brightness, 120 Hertz. You really can't ask more out of a display on a device that's around 300 bucks. The third and final takeaway from this is the cameras. They seem like they're really, really good. Trying out portrait mode on it, edge detection was absolutely fantastic. The HM2 sensor seems like it's a really, really good unit. You guys know I would have loved to have seen it with image stabilization, but for a device coming at around $300, I think that the camera setup on this is really, really good. I think it's really, really competent. The ultra wide seemed okay in low light, and the 5 megapixel macro camera, that 5 megapixel camera, I think it's 5 megapixel camera. It was a good macro camera from what my impressions were in regards to close focusing distance. Obviously, I'm not long-term testing this device. If you guys want me to long-term test this device, then go ahead and vote in the poll or let me know in the comment section down below. Peace.